Yo, who's doing the intro? That's the thing.
Welcome,
I'm doing the intro.
everyone,
It's me.
to the very first episode of Rhinonmavu with another guest.
Wow.
Hello, guest. What's your name? Hi.
Hi, I'm Ruva. It is a really funny honor to be here.
Funny honor.
Yeah,
Because it's hilarious. We're both funny. We're comedians, bro.
yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Yeah.
I am the best comedian. Number one, Rhino.
Lie.
This is my partner.
Lie. Who told you to lie like this?
I'm only telling truths. I don't lie.
You
touched.
saying you're the funniest. I am the funniest. And you're
the funniest.
to look
Audience, are you laughing?
Ah!
I wouldn't be surprised if you see him as a clown. You laughed at that. You guys are laughing. Look, you guys are I'm the funniest. Come on now. I'm the funniest.
No! It's not, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
I have a side. I'm just not gonna say which it is because I feel like it's gonna cause fights.
Nah, you're biased.
Oh, you're an instigator.
You are biased.
Sure.
It's funny when two people argue. It's an argument. When three people argue, one's the instigator and the other two are actually arguing.
Yeah, I didn't instigate Jack. Y'all started fighting.
Who's Jack? We didn't say anything about Jack. Who are you instigating, Jack?
Please, look at you instigating. Look at you instigating.
Okay, fair enough. Touche. I'm Rhino, everyone.
And I'm Mavu, okay? You're supposed to do this in the beginning.
I'm Ruva. Hey, I'm Ruva. I'm 16 years old. I'm a proud Zimbabwean living in South Africa. I can do a backflip and kind of land it.
Whoa!
This is new
from basically every
information.
country. What?
You can do I need to up my game.
I can
Rhino can
kind
do a
of land
backflip.
it.
You can do a backflip. Doesn't matter. It's still a backflip. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a backflip. I'm gonna learn.
Okay, don't try it right now. But yes, you must learn to do backflips.
Ah!
No. You're not trying to do a backflip, right?
No, don't worry.
Ruva.
You know what?
Yes. Our guest.
What was that?
Bro. No, not that kind of robot.
Ruva.
That was so funny, yo.
This.
Okay. Let's take it away, guys. Today we are talking about. In fact, Ruva is gonna tell us what we're talking about.
What are we talking about?
We're gonna talk about how, someone's sadness and anger can affect the people around them. Yeah.
Okay. We can work.
First
with
thing that comes to mind, like when you just said that sentence, was actions. Like, let's say you're feeling depressed. If you're like depressed around a lot of people and you've got a lot of pent-up feelings towards maybe yourself and indirectly onto them, it comes off on your aura and your actions. So I just think what you do, your body language, affects others. What do you guys think about that?
I
agree.
To a certain extent, because I feel like it's not necessarily all about actions. I heavily agree on the aura part, as in it's how. Okay, yeah. Well, it depends what kind of actions. Because when I, think about the topic, I think about how, a person who's, depressed or really sad or something keeps going to a certain friend to have them console them and make them feel better, and then, that person ends up feeling overwhelmed with the depressed person. So I guess it is an action, but an oblivious one.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I also remember this. There's this thing that goes around with dudes, and I don't know. I think a part of it directly correlates to the topic, but then that thing about how dudes, we kind of don't show our emotion until it reaches a certain point, and then you do something small to them, like you'd push them or something like that, and then they start crying. a lot of people
Yeah.
on the outside would see that dude is, oh, he's weak because he got pushed and he started crying. But in reality, nobody knows what's going on at home or in their life. And it's just so much pent up feelings, and it's building. Yeah. So I think that, so since the topic is how people react to their emotions, we should also be considerate about how we act towards other people, because we have no idea what goes on at home or behind the scenes. You know?
Yeah.
People can be laughing in school, when they go home, like, it's a completely different story.
I
That's
agree.
scary.
And I feel like that comes in a lot of different circumstances with, you know, like with school for certain, like, you know, you could go to school and everyone's asking why you're so grumpy, you've only been here for like 2 seconds or whatever. But yeah, again, and like as you said, no one really knows exactly what's going on behind, you know, your scenes. Like no one, and some people don't feel comfortable sharing those things, and I feel like that's perfect. Like that should be respected, you know. And also, it should also be respected for the people who are comfortable sharing, you know, who need a friend, who need to say things. But do you think it's fair for that person to say, no, this is too much for me, like it's too overwhelming?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, as humans, we all deal with our certain fair share of problems. And as a community, I feel like we have a responsibility towards each other, but you can't just take your stuff and then pile it onto someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can talk to them about it, like, okay, I'm dealing with this is what I'm doing to resolve it, this. But you can't, there's rules to this. Like, for me personally, when I seek consoling from a person, number one, I don't complain. I always give solutions. Number two, the only reason why I'm telling them is just to let them know about what's happening. All right. Number three, don't go overboard in detail, because at the end of the day, it's a problem that will be solved. So it's not as important as you think.
And I think we need to understand that everybody deals with problems in very, very different ways, you know. And like I've always been thinking about this analogy, and it's that, say for example, somebody's relative dies and they don't cry about it.
Yeah.
But then another person's dog dies and it's their whole world crumbling, you know. They're like in tears, they're broken. For years this will affect them, compared to the person who lost their relative and is okay, you see. So it's not always what you see at first glance, you know. There's stories that plays to everything. So when you hear people's problems and those things, you know, I think we just always just like try our best to understand, no matter how big or how small it may seem.
Yeah, that all situations should kind of be, you know, respected the same way, because you don't know how the other person feels, and that, you know, can't compare how you'd feel to it and how that person feels to it, because everyone's different. I really agree with that. And with what Rhino said about like oversharing with your situations, so me personally, I have a thing, right, that filter kind of drops sometimes, and I tend to overshare a lot. Like, I know I'm an open book, but in certain situations, like not with strangers, but someone I've known for like 2 days, I just kind of start oversharing, but I'm not really aware of it. Like, I feel like I'm trying to get to this person to like me, or I'm trying to, you know, figure this person out. And in that sense, with me figuring, you know, my relationship with this person, I just end up oversharing by accident, you know. And then later when I start, you know, I don't know, just thinking about my relationship with this person, I then realized, oh no, I've kind of overshared. So I feel like with certain people, I understand I understand it, yeah, oversharing is not like always a good thing, in the sense of like, you can't pile your situations on someone else's and expect them to, you know, treat your situations more important than their own, or have no disregard for the other person's feelings and situation and stuff. But also, I feel like it's okay to understand people who overshare, you know, because you don't know, this could be the first time that they have an opportunity to talk to someone.
Yeah. That's a bit, wow. That's true, but like, okay, fine. First like one time pause, and then the second time, it's not like there's rules to this. Like it's a subscription service. Otherwise, free trials like 2,000 words only. No, I feel just be kind, and if you truly care about the person, you'll listen to them. But if you truly care about them as well, you'll be honest with them and be like, "Listen, bro. It really doesn't. It really doesn't sound like you want this to be solved. I mean, I can hear you talking about it, but you talk about it all the time. Like it's a little bit overwhelming." At that point, At that point, it's not just about self-preservation. The person saying that isn't just being selfish and negligent. At that point, I think that the person is genuinely trying to help both of you.
Yeah, but
that makes sense.
But don't you think, like, for example, like, for example, you'd always give somebody relationship advice. You'd be like, "Hey, dude, like, if this is what it is, do this, do that," and then they don't do it. The reason they don't do it is because of the emotional aspect. You see, we're seeing things from the should be done aspect. Like, we know what you should be doing, but we don't have the emotional restraints. So that's also plays a factor into it. Because I know a lot of the time, dude, it's like somebody can like tell you so much about their relationship and so many things that are happening that is going bad, and they can be repeating to you these problems constantly on and on and on, But although they probably know what you're saying already, it's just hard to actually do it. Like, for example, there's obviously times when you would give somebody the advice to, hey, break up with this person, they're not good for you. You may think that the person doesn't know that then it's not, that the other person isn't good for them. But in reality, they do, but they're just pushing it away because really they genuinely do love this person, but they're being blinded by the fact that they love this person so much.
That ties in with a lot, hey, because I feel like your specific wording of being blinded by how much they love that person, I feel like when it comes to, this is very narrowed down to something we're not talking about, but it's okay. When it comes to, like, for example, when it's, dating someone who's toxic, they're being blinded by how much you love. I feel like it's a mix of things, as in it's not necessarily going into it blindsided, but it's by, you're considering the fact that, whatever that person did was bad, or that they're a bad person, but you're holding on to the feelings of when, before you saw their toxicity or their bad stuff. And you feel like, because like people fight, and people in relationships fight all the time. So I feel like in certain times you kind of excuse it, saying, no, it's okay, we'll get over it. They're not that bad. Maybe they're just going through something tough that like we haven't spoken about yet. Or I don't know, maybe this is, some anger eruption from some unresolved childhood trauma or whatever. I feel like it's not necessarily being blinded by love, but it's holding on to the love that you felt in the beginning, and that's not necessarily there anymore, but you're struggling to see it because of the little love that you still have left, but it's still different from the one in the beginning. I don't know, but yeah.
That's so relatable. For me, I don't know. Just dang. Yeah, being in that position it's not fun. It really isn't, because it's really messes with your mind.
Yeah.
Do I stay? Do I go? But ultimately, I think the rule of thumb is, with a toxic person, the best thing to do is just to help them, love them from a distance. That's something that my aunt said. Love them from a distance. That's the best thing you can do. You can just say, okay, cool, I'm gonna leave you here. I'm supporting you. I'm across the room.
Yeah, but from here. Yeah.
From here.
But they need to do it by themselves. Like, this is something they need to do for character development.
Exactly. Because they're independent.
I agree. Like, I feel like a lot of people's issues with you are nothing to do with you, but with themselves. Like, you're very right by saying it's something they just need to figure out on their own, because it's something going on in their own mind, but they just happen to, bring it out onto you, which is not fair for you. And I think that's good for self-love and self-respect, to just, love them but from the other side of the room.
No, exactly. I used to be that person who like always did, like even Rhino will tell you there was this time, like when was it early this year and then like last year, I always ask him like, dude, like what's going on in your life, like tell me everything, I'm here to help, I'm here to give you advice, I'm here to listen, dude. And just all the time I'm just constantly like, dude, like tell me what's up, you know. I wasn't giving him any room.
That was the entire time.
Yeah, I didn't give you any room to breathe, you know, or to figure out things by yourself, you know.
Yeah.
But in the end, I did. And sure, I mean, it also gave me a bit of character development, knowing that there's no way I can control somebody's life or try as much to help, because I would love to help other people and to like show a good part of me, you know. But other times, it's like, it's so ironic because I won't let anybody do that for me, you know. I don't like sharing unless when I do overdo it, you know. So it's just also a lesson for me that oversharing, not oversharing, that giving out advice too much to people is not always beneficial.
I feel like that can also take a big toll on you, because I kind of used to be the same as well. I was in a constant space of thinking, you know, I need to help this person all the time, or I need to love this person constantly for them to love me the same way, you know. And then slowly realizing that kind of took an unrealized weight off of my shoulders, you know. And as evil as that sounds, I feel like it takes a lot of energy to, you know, take some of the self-care that you have and put it onto other people. And I think there always needs to be a balance, you know. You need to like care for the people you love a lot, but you also need to care for yourself and how you feel.
Yes, dude. Right, isn't this what we spoke about in which podcast was it? The Red Emotion. No.
At least we keep on referencing that episode.
Yes. The Red Emotion. It was the Red Emotion. Yeah.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, thank you. Getting me excited, patting my chest.
I also grabbed my chest, dude. But my right side, I don't know why I didn't grab the left side.
I grabbed my left side, so we make a full chest now. That's just two.
Yeah, that's where the heart is. No, but in that episode, we said that before you can ever love anybody else, whether it's romantically or in a friendship, you have to be content with yourself and love yourself.
Yeah.
Yourself. It's not just selfish to care for yourself, because a healthy self is able to take care of others. And that's just
exactly. And that comes with how your feelings affect everyone else's. Like you need to have a moment to breathe before you can help other people breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And
your
I think that's the
actions,
same.
others, your words, your feelings.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just got hyped thinking about that. That's so cool.
I think it's a one big circle that I don't say each side, but circles don't necessarily have sides. Each what do you categorize a side of? Not a side, a sector of a circle. Each sector of the circle. Does that sound correct?
Arc. You can just
Each arc of the circle.
No, isn't the whole circle an arc?
No, I feel like it's meant. No. A sector is the inner part of the circle, then the arc is the line.
Okay. I don't know why we're doing a maths lesson, but the sector is like, you know, when you slice a cake and you slice a piece of cake around cake.
So
yeah, that's exactly.
It's the inner part and the arc. That's a sector. Because it's like of the cake or of the pie, the crust plus the middle part.
The arc is included in the sector,
so the crust is the arc.
Okay, you can go on with your analogy.
What does any of this mean?
I don't remember what I was reading to, but
Alright, guys. Yeah, that's what grade 11, grade 10 math. Shop. You're welcome.
Great.
Thank you.
Replicating the maths is...
My next paper is part 2 maths, so I'll keep that in mind. Next.
One story that comes to mind when I think of giving my all for others instead of myself, being emotionally there for others more than myself, would be, I think I was like 13, 14 at the time. I called myself a therapist because I had a friend at the time. And this friend of mine had a habit of getting into relationships. And I was there for the damages that he did. I would talk to most of the girls he was, quote unquote, going through things with. Yeah. And I remember there was this one night where I was just playing Watch Dogs, ended a call with the guy. And then this one girl calls me while I'm playing, and I was like, okay, I know her. Okay. Hi, what's up? Hi.
Yeah.
And we start talking, we start getting into deep stuff. I start listening to her. She telling me all about her problems. And then she tells me how anxious she is because she's a little bit late. Now she might
okay.
Well, it was a lot at the time. It was a lot at the time. At that point, I was questioning everything. I was like, why am I on a call at 2:00 in the morning listening to this?
Yeah.
I love being here for this person, but dude, I'm 13. Is this really what I'm doing? Am I qualified for this? It was. It's thinking about it now with a mature mind. It's a lot deeper than what I thought it was. But
yeah, that's
now I know,
like a painful experience.
It wasn't painful at the time, and now thinking back on it, I'm glad I did what I did at the time because it taught me to care for others. But I just gave too much energy to them. Eventually, I started feeling burnt out, and then my villain arc began. Once my villain arc began, I was selfish, bro. I was like, nope. I don't trust you or you. I'm not gonna become friends with you. I was friends with no one. It's still led into like today. It's
Rhino just called me up one day. We were there, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, I've blocked about half of my contacts," and I was like, "Why did you do that?" He's like, "Oh, I don't want to be friends with them anymore." I'm like, "Bro, am I still there though?" He's like, "Yeah, you're still there."
Wow. I even remember the beginning when you started speaking. I don't know, I think I was telling you about, like, I had a bad day, whatever. And then you're like, don't tell me about it. I don't want to know. I don't want any negativity. Don't tell me your problem. Cool, bye. I was like,
oh, wow.
What?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
These are serious allegations.
Real quick. That was true. I did say everything that Ruva just said right now. How can I say? At the time, I felt distance. Like I was about to say, that piece of selfishness bled a little bit. That distrust of others bled a little bit into who I am now. So at the time, you were very new. Yeah. And I wasn't so accustomed to making friends. Like, I don't just meet people, dap them up, say I know you, cool, we're friends now. That's how it was in the past, and I made some bad choices when I had friends like that. So there's like a screening period and all of that, and you wanted to tell me about your day, and I would have loved to listen to your day. However, it just felt like it wouldn't have been productive.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, are you okay? Did you resolve the day?
I don't remember what the day was about, but I'm sure I did. I was better the next day.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
That was part of my history with a friend, hey? Because I think I was like, yeah, let's get a little closer by me, sharing some, this as twisted as it sounds, like not sharing negative emotion, but stopping not faking, but like just being super happy all the time, I feel like when I'm able to start sharing other emotions with other people, that's when I feel like I'm getting closer to them as romantics or as platonic people, like, whatever. Just as soon as I feel like I'm sharing everything but not happy emotions to them, I'm like, okay, no, I trust you now. You get to see, the not so happy me, which means that, that wall has fallen down.
I did really appreciate that. Just,
welcome.
I like to add positivity into people's lives. I like to splash it on. So I'm either on listening mode or I'm on positivity mode. Like it's those two.
Yeah.
And I feel like the better way to get to know someone and get closer to them, well, for me personally, would be talking about things that you love. So the stuff about cooking, bro, I was hooked on that. I was like, wow, you have so many talents. You love so many things. That is so cool. I'm into that.
Thank you. No one really cares about my cooking hobbies. So I feel like I'm the only enthusiast.
You can cook?
What do people talk to you about, bro?
Oh, I love cooking. I don't know. People like the dancing part of me, the artist. I love that too. But it's therapy.
You know what I realized?
What
Those are things like the dancing or the artist things. These are things that people can see, But cooking is one of those arts that take time. Nobody wants to watch somebody cook unless the food is there. You get me?
That's true, yeah.
You need to make more friends that appreciate your cooking. So now,
I do.
What can you cook?
So, am I supposed to give you a list? Am I supposed to?
I mean, I know it's not. I know you can't make jollof because that's a bit of experience, but just anything.
I can't make what?
Top three. You see? Doesn't even know what jollof is.
Oh, jollof rice.
Man's out here to take
I can. Oh, I can.
Wait. You can make jollof rice.
Yeah, I learned from my aunt. I can.
Oh my days. But it's Zimbabwean jollof. I don't know the credibility, dog. I don't know the credibility.
Oh.
Okay, how much better than Ghanaian can we get? Okay.
I don't know. Where did you say it?
Yeah, Rhino, what did you say?
How much better than Ghanaian jollof can we get?
Ghana is the best, bro. You see what you were having no, listen, Rhino. You see the jollof rice you had at my house, right? Yeah. Back then, my aunt made it for us, and my aunt's from Ivory Coast, so that's practically Ivory Coast jollof. So now imagine if you have jollof from Ghana itself, bro. Ghana's the best.
We need a jollof off. That's what we need. We need a jollof off.
I love that idea. Yes.
Hey, I'm still learning how to make the jollof rice. Okay, I'm still learning how to make.
You can bring your rice and beans with sugar.
Ah,
yes.
Popping place.
Rice, beans, and sugar.
Bro, you already came last. Jollof rice already won, bro. You already came last.
In fact, not even a participation award.
Just a thanks for coming by.
Yes, thank you for coming. Okay, but for real, seriously, what 3 things could you cook? Name top 3.
Okay. Okay, I can't pronounce it, but it's a Polish stew. This is really nerve-wracking. Okay, I haven't thought about this. I can't give the actual dishes. I can give
name one. Just name one.
Please. Okay, because I'm craving it, this is just the one I can remember. It's a banana leaf smoked sea bass and a broccoli aioli.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Walking Woolworths, don't you lie? Keep quiet. Walking Woolworths. I will go to your house and shop in your house. I'm telling you. Give me your address. I'll be there. Take my money.
I thought I was delivering to you. Wasn't I giving you some chicken soup?
I'm still waiting for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Getting there.
Bro. So you see, guys, this all ties into how we feel emotionally about the way we are with other people.
I mean, it really does. Because this is
demonstrating cooking is like one of my love languages.
I mean, you don't only need to get to know someone through their problems. I mean, if you truly want to get to know someone and you're passionate about them, passionate, not like I'm super psyched.
I love you, baby.
It's just like if you're interested in someone, I feel like you'll be interested in what they're interested in, right? And that makes sense, right?
No,
not only their problems.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're interested in someone, you don't have to always be interested in what they do. Like, for example, you can like somebody, but then they do something that you don't like. And it's not like something illegal or something. That's just something that you don't like, you know? It doesn't mean that you have to like it. Respect the differences, you know?
I think that's the big thing with people, like with any relationship, there has to be a difference for you to attract. You know, like you have to see the difference in the other person and be like, oh wow, that's cool, like teach me more, or that's cool, I don't like it, keep it over there, but cool. You know?
Yes, dude. Oh, exactly. You have to
but there still has to be some similarity, like it has to be a mix.
Yeah. It's almost like they have to fill your hole, so even if you don't like it, everyone shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah.
So even if you don't like what they do, it's like a missing part of you that now is filled.
Yeah.
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 Top 10 moments. Top 10 moments in this podcast. Oh my day.
That made my day. Wow. What were we speaking about? I've gone blank now.
You see? Okay.
Talking about
I always laugh for long.
How you guys should be for being so mature. This is a podcast episode.
You also laughed, bro. You can't make it. We're just fun and understand humor. It's okay if you don't.
But we're just like, dude, you're the one who brought all this up. But so going back to what Rhino said, yes, you should have used the puzzle piece analogy, not whatever you do.
What puzzle piece?
You need to be other people's part, like you are both. So if a relationship is there, and you guys are basically doing a puzzle together, and not each person has all the pieces, you know, some person has some of the pieces and the other person has some of the pieces, and you guys are just putting it together.
Yeah, that's a really great analogy for a relationship. There has to be the goods and the bads, you know. Not everyone has to like everything, which should be fine and is fine, and people need to appreciate that about everyone, you know. Like I just love with two best friends how, like, for example, me and my best friend, we have two very completely different tastes in people, you know, romantically, and I despise her taste in people and she despises mine, but I still in the lighthearted way possible.
I know, but like when I think about, this is gonna sound so, I should be careful. But anyway, I'm gonna say,
okay,
when it comes to like, so from the women I've met,
careful here.
Not you guys. Yes, from the women I've met. This is so dangerous. What am I doing?
Yeah, be very careful.
We're so adamant. Just wait. They were also adamant on specific features on dudes, right? No, okay, not that. No, I'm talking about like body. Like, is he tall? Is he fat or stuff like that, right?
Oh,
but then, but then if they were like see like a girl on the TV or a guy, they'd be so like, they'd like point out, oh look, she's fat or he's fat. I'm just there, and I'm like, dude, relax. You know, they're a human being too.
Okay, so I don't know the women you've met, but I feel like
just carry on.
the most common feature that girls just won't settle for is just them, like the guy being taller than her. That's with the people I know. I don't know. Again, I don't know about the girls that you've met, but the girls that I know, they don't really care about how whatever anything else looks. As long as the dude is taller than her, she's happy, and he's got a good personality. As much as people like to believe the girls are such a no, I want him to look like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. No, it's literally just height and personality. Then we're good. You're secured.
That's true. Factual. That is fact checked and approved. I can agree with that. This is coming from another girl that I talk to frequently. She just says, okay, he can be anything, just not shorter than me. Yeah. That's the one caveat.
What's the thing? I'm not, guys. Look.
Listen, if you're a short guy,
I'm not saying no.
Why would you want the taller girl?
I'm not short.
How tall are you?
What? I didn't say you were short.
In fact, I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1". Yeah, I'm grown.
Oh my goodness.
Mavu, how tall are you?
I'm 6'1", 6. That's where I'm at.
No, the way you hesitated says otherwise.
No,
how tall are you?
What? No, I'm actually 6 foot. Ask Reno. Right,
6 foot.
Don't sabotage.
At the very least, he's 6 foot.
At the very least, at the very most, I'm 6'4" on a good day. I mean, that's all. That's all.
Don't be one of those.
Dude, I'm stumbling over your words. Imagine that. Imagine how far-fetched they have to be. They're already in South Africa from Ghana. On a good day.
It depends on what kind of shoes I'm wearing, how I styled my hair.
Wow. Wow. No, then you're solid. It's fine. You don't have to worry about.
No, but I'm just asking, dude, come on. What if the guy? You see,
things I don't really want to explain it to you because it's got a
long.
lot. It's just a lot. Not a lot. It's just a lot in quality of what I'm gonna say, but not in I don't know how to explain what I'm getting at here, but it's gonna get really uncomfortable very quickly.
Nah, I hear that. Do you have a memory of a time when you had an emotional outbreak that affected the people around you in a negative or good way? I don't know if good, but yeah.
Huh.
You did?
Well, did I hear the question?
Yes. So just any emotional outbreak you have that affected those around you. Let us hear it.
Oh, yes. It's really not the biggest deal in the world, but it affected a lot of people around me for no reason at all. There was a hockey club I was dying to get into. It was super prestige for many, many years. And then I finally got accepted to get into it. And I don't know. Huh?
I was like, let's go.
Oh, yeah. And I didn't realize how much everyone else in my life was rooting for me to get into the club. I thought no one cared except for me. And then I got in, and I don't know, just seeing everyone really happy for me made me super happy. And then me being happy made everyone else happy. You see the chain effect here.
That's so nice, actually. Wow.
Yeah.
That's such a wholesome example.
It was a great moment. I haven't been to the club in a while now, but I would love to go back.
It's the memory that counts.
Exactly.
What about you, Rhino? What about you? You got one?
Well, for me, I'm an older brother. So I take a lot of examples from my dad. Now, I can roughly estimate what it would be like if my dad had an emotional outbreak. Okay, so I, as the older brother, I have influence over my younger brothers. They look to me for guidance in a way. This one time I got really frustrated because nothing was going well and I wanted to go to practice so badly, but I couldn't. And all of these obstacles were coming in live. The one thing I wanted to do was go to practice, and I was denied that. So you know what I did?
What did you do?
I bottled everything up I went to my room and I started being gentle with things. When I'm gentle with things, don't come near me. I'm not very gentle. No. Then it's bad. I came out of my room and I snapped. I swore. I punched a fridge. I feel bad for anything that I punch, bro. Even stone, brick walls, bro. I feel bad for anything that I punch because they get hurt. They get hurt. The wall shake. The pillar shook. I was like, this is a flex, but still, I'm angry. It wasn't a very good example of how to deal with emotions in front of my brothers, and I know that moment, I may not remember that because it's just a point in my life, but for them in their developing stages, for someone that they look up to for guidance to do that's massive. So
you're actually gonna make me cry. I relate to that a little too much.
Exactly. It's a lot of responsibility, but it's a responsibility that we as the older siblings owe our youngers. Not just siblings, just like in general. That's why when I see seniors giving juniors bad habits or examples of busy smoking and say, kids don't smoke, don't do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit backwards, don't you guys think?
Yeah. I'm a very anxious person, and during the first period of grade 10 exams, I really was not doing well because a lot of things were just happening all the time, and you know, the stress can be really suffocating sometimes. And I was overpiling myself with school, with sport. It was just a lot, and I think I was asking my mom to do something for me. That's not the point. Like I completely broke down. Like I was spiraling. I was angry. I was sad. I was depressed. Like all in the span of like 5 minutes, every emotion just came out. And yeah, it was quite scary for everyone. But like, it made me really sad afterwards because I saw how much it affected my brother and my sister.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know. It makes me sad that that's a memory that they're gonna have for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. It's not, dude. That's wow.
We make a lot of mistakes as older siblings.
It's heavy, right?
Heavy.
Oh,
No, dude.
I remember. As older siblings, we move. I mean, they're not so impressionable like they're, I don't know, Play-Doh, you know? We're still people, and even though that we made a dent in their lives, it's not permanent in the fact that we can make even better impacts than what we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what's your experience with it?
Well, I'm not the oldest sibling. I'm actually the third born in my family. Then my youngest brother, he's the fourth. But then, since we're the only boys, he really does look up to me a lot, and I honestly really try my best to be there for him as well. You know, dude, guys, you don't understand. I love that guy so much, but I also am trying to like. It's almost like I'm figuring out parenting. I know it sounds weird, but
it does not. Do not worry.
I'm trying to figure out the boundaries between how much I must tolerate, how much I must just allow to happen, because of course he's growing up. You know, he's gonna find his own changes, dude. He's like 13, you know, going through his own things and stuff like that. I told him, it's funny, I told him before you turned 13, I was like, dude, look, he was like 12 or 11. I told him, I was like, look, when you turn 13, a lot of things are going to be happening to you, you know, like you'd social wise, you know, with friends and like the way you feel and a lot of things like fitting in and those things. I said to him, like, when those things happen, you need to come to me so that I can guide you along these processes, right? And now we're in the midst of it, you know. Boy, I underestimated everything. I underestimated everything.
Yeah.
I was like, I am going to be the best I can be, you know. I was there, it's like, totally, whatever it is, dude, tell me what it is. I give him advice, tell him this, and anything he tells me that he's like, dude, you know, I'm not feeling too good about this. I'm like, dude, it's okay, you're human and all these things, you know.
Yeah.
But dang, It is hard. It's hard, guys.
It's hard. Yeah.
It is really hard, eh? It's hard being like the third parent to your siblings.
Oh yeah.
The sub parent. Exactly, that's what it is.
Oh,
that's exactly what it is.
My brother, at a certain point, I don't think he knew I was his sister. As in, like, I would ask him, like, "Oh, who's your sister?" Then he would name my other sister, and I was like, "Okay, I'm also here. What do you think I am?" He goes, "Like, you're just there." I'm like, "Sorry." I genuinely think he thought I was his other mother growing up. Like, I wasn't a sister to him. I'm just his other mother, and it's a really tough life. Hey, we don't get paid for these things.
Right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to this juicy, scrumptious episode. Thank you for making it this far.
Crunching noises.
Look at him. See, even Ryan was enjoying this. I'm sure Ruva's just wiping her mouth because this episode was just delicioso.
Perfection.
Oh wow.
Delicioso, guys. So first of all, press the red subscribe button at the bottom, wherever it is. I don't know if you're using an iPhone, Samsung, whatever. Press the subscribe button, follow us on Spotify, and rate us 5 stars. Because I realize you can rate on Spotify, dude. And we need enough ratings so people can know. Well, it's a long story.
I don't even have the app, and I know that.
I don't use Spotify, okay? Yeah.
Neither do I, and I still know those.
Wow. Okay, you're devalidating me, if that's even a word. Anyway, guys, follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and even check us out on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, and we still need to do the TikTok right now.
Don't forget the Snapchat.
Yes, we're on Snapchat too.
They ain't gotta know about something that doesn't exist yet. Come on now. TikTok's coming soon. That's between us as creators. Move on. Go. Life moves. Oh, snap. Oh, yeah. Find us on Supercell as well. That'd be really cool if we could link up and,
Okay, not just Supercell.
Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans. Let's go, guys.
If you want to know my Tinder link,
okay. So thank you guys for listening.
Goodbye. You guys. Goodbye.